Hi there, my name is I Emanuel Martinez. Have you ever felt like really down and really horrible on the inside? Well, that's what today's topic is about, depression. Depression is a mental condition that is affecting millions of people regardless of their social or environmental background. So I want you to take the feeling of feeling really down and horrible on the inside and multiply it tenfold or even by 1,000. Well, that's what depressed people feel on a daily basis. The three main points we'll be talking about is 1. Our biological and environmental factors. 2. Common manifestations and symptoms of a person dealing through depression. And last but not least, our third main point. How to manage and or support a person that's dealing with depression, recommended by psychologists and many other experts. So for biological and environmental backgrounds, we have, according to the National Institute of Men's Health and the Mayo Foundation, which are very good sources that have a lot of credibility, we have 1, our genetic predisposition, which examines our family history and neurochemistry, such as neurotransmitters like serotonin and dopamine influence the risk of this depressed person. 2nd, we have environmental triggers, which analyze how external stress factors such as socioeconomic status, a difficult life transition, or a very traumatic experience of the depressed person can act as catalyst for a depressive episode. And last but not least, we have the mind and body connection, which explains how physical conditions such as chronic pain or thyroid imbalances, which is a hormone, which is a part of the neck, can chemically trigger depression. And this shows how this condition can weaken our immune system from the inside and our mind. Our second main point are the common manifestation and symptoms. We have 3 types of symptoms: our emotional symptoms, our physical symptoms, and our cognitive impact. So for emotional symptoms, we have our first one, which is a persistent state of emptiness, or as many people call it, feeling hollow on the inside, which is something depressed people commonly feel. Second, we have the loss of interest in previously enjoyed activities. And a practical example would be if you used to like playing basketball, but you no longer like doing that, that is something common from this symptom. Or if you like going to the gym, but now you feel depressed doing it because you feel insecure, that's another common symptom. 3, and last but not least, increased irritability. This meaning that you get irritated easily by most things. Now we have our physical symptoms. We have our unexplained aches or chest aches, as many people call them. Second, significant changes in sleep, also known as hypersomnia or insomnia. With hypersomnia may be agitated sleep, and insomnia is a lack of sleep. And last but not least, we have our psychomotor agitation or retardation. And third, last but not least, our cognitive impact, which is executive dysfunction, thus meaning that we have difficulty with memory, or difficulty with focusing, and the way of making simple daily decisions. This meaning that decisions that you easily made throughout the day are now very hard due to you being insecure, and also known as overthinking things over. And our third main point, how to manage and support a person dealing through depression. Well, according to the American Psychological Organization, we have 3 steps to curing or making depression diminish. We have first our therapeutic intervention, which are our evidence-based talking therapies. We have 2, our cognitive behavioral therapy, also known as CBT, and our interpersonal therapy, also known as IPT. Second, we have our medical options, which would be the use of antidepressants with professional psychiatric overhand beforehand. We have our SRIs and our SNRIs. And third, lifestyle adjustment, which show non-clinical supports, such as 3, a structured daily routine, a well and good balanced nutrition, and a social support system that reinforces long-term recovery. Now that I talked about depression a little bit, I'm going to restate our 3 main points. We talked about biological and environmental factors to getting this condition. Second, we have our common manifestations and symptoms of a person dealing through depression. And third, and last but not least, how to manage and or support a person dealing through depression. Now that we've seen the weight of this mental condition, I invite you to reach out to at least one person this week. As we truly never know what they're masking behind a warm and inviting smile, or what they're carrying inside their backs or inside their mind, as the mind is something so fragile and so weak that it can cause a person to take his own life. Thank you for your attention.